Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and I'm back today with some warm reviews on some of the current Scentsy LTOs limited time offer collections that are available on my website, weeklesscandles.scentsy.us, or your website or your consultant's website. So it seems really odd to be talking about bright, sunny, Easter, spring-like scents when it is so dark and dreary out. I literally have to have all my lights on to even walk through the house right now. It is that dark and dank and it's just horrible. It's raining, but it's still so cold in Maine that it's like turning to ice. It is just a horrible weather day. I am definitely going to be changing out all the wax this morning to some comfy, cozy scents. I think I might even bring out my cinnamon woods and just enjoy that since it is a work from home day today. So I got the kids dropped off to school. I am dried off. I have my coffee. I haven't even done a lick of housework yet, but we're going to get right into these reviews because I've got some things to say. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Easter collection first. So this Easter collection is still available on the website. You can only purchase it on the website in a 3-pack bundle like this for $17. If you want to purchase these individually, you will have to create either a one and done Scentsy Club or throw them in your current Scentsy Club in order to just get the ones that you want that way. At least with that way you can get 10% off the bars, and then there's other perks for doing the one and done club. But that's the only way to get them individually. I hate that they don't. I think they should always have it as an option for people. Either buy the bundle or buy them individually. I don't think you should be forced to buy a scent if you don't particularly like it. So that's my opinion. And I have expressed it on Idea Share, which is like a platform for Scentsy consultants to basically bitch and complain. But whether they read it or not, I have no idea. But I have mentioned it a few times. All right, so in the Easter collection, I think they did a pretty good job picking a variety of different scents. Is it their best Easter collection? No. In my opinion, their best Easter collection was the Toasted Marshmallow, Jumping Jelly Bean, and Cotton Candy Cookie. That was by far the best Easter collection in regards to scents that they chose and the performance of those scents and scent appeal and all of that jazz. But you've got a greenery, you've got a fruity, and you've got a bakery. So they kind of appealed to the masses with like these 3 scent categories. So on cold sniff, this was my favorite on cold. This was my second favorite on cold. And this one was my least favorite on cold. I am here to say that that lineup did not change on warm, okay? So what I felt on cold did not change my ranking once I warmed them. So we're going to start with the bottom, which is the Prickly Pear Flare. Again, I swear that they just copied the essence of Prickly Pear Agave. I mean, the labeling's the same, the colored wax is the same, the name is almost the same. It's just eerily a replica. Now, it's not a dupe for Prickly Pear Agave. So if you miss Prickly Pear Agave, unfortunately, this is not a substitute for it. And it's not even a good, like, second option, in my opinion. So when this was warming, I did do 2 cubes. And I did it in my downstairs bathroom / laundry room, only because this wasn't my favorite on cold. And I really didn't want to be in a space that I'd constantly be smelling this. So I chose that bathroom. Now, this did only last a day. It only lasted a day. And the sour fruit note that I get on cold is very reminiscent when it's warming. It's that golden pineapple. The golden pineapple note in here is so super dominant to my nose that it just overtakes all the other scents that are in this profile. I didn't get anything effervescent or sparkly, bubbly, none of those notes. And the prickly pear, even though it's not specifically like a fruit pear, it's more of like a greenery like vibe. I wasn't getting that much either on warm. The golden pineapple was so freaking dominant that it was just too sharp, too strong. Now, if you dig the golden pineapple oil that Scentsy uses, which I don't, for me, it just reads fermented fruit. But if you like that, it's been in quite a few fragrances. Street Parade from the Mardi Gras collection had golden pineapple in it. I'm pretty sure Follow the Rainbow from last year's St. Patrick's Day collection had it as well. There's been a few different types of fragrances with this golden pineapple profile. So if you dig to those scents, you probably will dig this one too. But for me, it was a no-go. This is not an Amy scent, and it's heavily because of the pineapple. Now, I love pineapple, don't get me wrong. I just don't like this golden pineapple, whatever oil Scentsy chooses and rates that as a description. So, like I said, it performed about a day, so longevity, average. Strength, I have to give it props, it was strong. Not super strong, not hella strong, not knock you off your feet. A solid 6 or 7. Where would you warm this? I think the golden pineapple, for people that like it, is going to be so strong that you might actually use this to mask scents. So almost like you would with citrus, put it in your kitchen after you've cooked, bathrooms, that type of thing. But will I repurchase? No. Will I club? No. I am going to pass. And I've got some ideas to use the rest of this. I'm thinking maybe some of my heavier lime scents might cut down this golden pineapple. I don't know. We'll play around with it and see. But that is my review on Prickly Pear Flare. Lemon Heaven. Now this is my second favorite on cold and my second favorite on warm. This was the bakery of the bunch. I don't think Scentsy meant for it to be bakery. We don't really know the scent profile that they put it in unless you go into the workstation and then you click like the scent categories when you're choosing like wax bar packs. It has them listed out there, but I haven't checked to see if it's actually in the bakery category. But this one has lemonade, sweet vanilla bean, and sugared almond. So I was very concerned with all of the reviews that people have already posted. 50% of people are comparing it to lemon coconut chiffon, which is my baby. It's my favorite lemon bakery of all time. And then the other 50% were referring it to lemon drizzle cake, which is my arch nemesis. Can't stand that thing. So happy to see it in Scentsy Graveyard. Hope you clubbed it if you loved it, but I can't stand that bar. So I was weary. I'm like, okay, is this going to lean towards lemon drizzle cake and I'm going to absolutely hate it? And now I have a bias against the bar because so many people have referred it to that. Or is it going to smell like lemon coconut chiffon? And then now I'm plagued with what do I like better? I'm happy to say that this is neither lemon drizzle cake and neither lemon coconut chiffon on warm. On warm, this is its own lemon bakery bar. It stands out against the other two. Is it my favorite? No. Lemon coconut chiffon is still my favorite. But this, I was impressed with for what it was. So this Lemon Heaven, that sugared almond note that's very sharp in the bar on cold, it actually blends out really nicely on warm. And when combined with the vanilla bean, it's reading more like a sugar cookie. So it's almost like it's an iced almond sugar cookie. That's like the note that I'm getting. And Chris from Wax Books and Whimsy used to be referred to as Dazzling Scents with Chris. She had mentioned in her scent review that it reminded her of lemon square, and I completely agree with that. This is a lemon square. So you get like the ooey gooey custardy level like layers of the lemon squares with that lemonade. And it definitely is a lemon lemonade. It's not like a cleaner lemon. It's not a sweet icy lemon. It's definitely like a lemonade. So you get those layers of the lemons. And then for the base, instead of a normal lemon square base, it's an iced almond sugar cookie base. So it was very nice warming. It only lasted 12-15 hours in my kitchen. I did 4 cubes like I normally do. I did 4 cubes in my kitchen. Only lasted about 12-15-ish hours, so it wasn't even a full 24-hour scent. I did let the scent like go, and I didn't change it out until the next morning. But like the max peak of this bar, like I'm saying, like probably it didn't go higher than 7 out of 10 for strength, and it didn't really go like throw past the kitchen either. Like I couldn't smell it like in the hallway or in the living room or anything like that. It kind of just stayed in the space that it was warming. So the throw wasn't that great. The throw was great for the room it was in, but it didn't throw past the room. And then, like I said, the strength was about 7 at peak, and then it really rested at like the 4 or 5 out of 10 for the majority of its lifespan, but 15-ish hours. So I do get longer performance with lemon coconut chiffon. I do get stronger on the strength with lemon coconut chiffon. But if you're looking for like a lemon sugar cookie, then this is what you want, because that vanilla bean reads as a sugar cookie to me. And if you have Sugar Cookie by Scentsy, I think that pairing these two together would even be a better combination. I think you would up the ante on the bakery-ness with it, and maybe cut down a little bit of the sharpness of the lemonade note if that's, you know, offsetting to your nose. But I did not mind this bar. I did not mind it. Now, because I can't buy it individually, I'm not going to stock up on it, because I don't want to have to buy the Easter bundle, and I don't want to throw it in my club because I already have lemon coconut chiffon. So I would say, if you missed out on lemon coconut chiffon, missed out on lemon drizzle cake, don't have any lemon bakery in your repertoire, then pick up some Lemon Heaven. I don't think you'll be disappointed with it. I don't get that weird lilac note that I hate from lemon drizzle cake in here. I think the lemon profile is very similar to lemon drizzle cake, but the bakery-ness is completely different. Like in lemon drizzle cake, I didn't get any bakery notes whatsoever. It was more like the lilac and the lemon were like colliding with each other. This was very well blended on warm. So happily surprised with that. Will I be buying more? No. Will I be clubbing it? No, because I already have a lemon bakery. And I'm trying to be very careful on what I'm putting in my actual club. Trying to keep it to like 1 or 2 of the same scent profile. Things like that. So, but I was impressed with how much I actually enjoyed it. So that's my review on Lemon Heaven. Now, the showstopper of the entire Easter collection. And I think actually the showstopper of these two collections combined, if we were going over all LTOs that are currently available right now, Peach Paradise. You guys, I was thoroughly impressed. And I've already done a post on my Facebook group, and I think I posted it on YouTube and on Instagram as well. I warmed this in 2 spots. So I warmed it first in my office, and I did 1 cube. And then I warmed it again once I got home in my daughter's room using another cube. So Peach Paradise is White Woods, Vanilla Bean, Peach, and Tangerine. Okay? So on cold, I get a lot of peach, and it's a really nice peach. It's the really nice peach that Scentsy has on occasion that they use. And the tangerine's really nice in here. It's a good tangerine. So that was like the dominant notes that I was getting on cold. And I was saying like the vanilla bean, it's kind of like giving like a creaminess. So it was almost like, it was like a peachy tangerine creamsicle pop, almost like on cold. On warm, you guys, I'm just going to explain the situation here, because I think you need the full background of what was happening the day that I warmed this. So I went to work, brought this to work, put the cube in. The first hour, and mind you, I changed my work warmer, because remember I used to have the Mod taupe warmer, which is just like a 6-watt element warmer. I switched that out with my bubble iridescent warmer, because I had it in my armoire cabinet that I keep all my extra bulbs and seasonal warmers and stuff like that in there. But I switched it, and I was like, you know what, I want this warmer in my office, because There's sometimes I want to shut the lights off in my office, but still be able to work and people see that I'm like still there. So that iridescent warmer is like, it illuminates a lot of light. So anyway, I switched it out. The first hour that Peach Paradise was going, I was getting lots of that yummy peach. And it was a very, it was almost reading unwarm. It wasn't like too artificial and it wasn't too authentic peach. It was like right in the middle. To me, I was getting a lot of like memories of Jolly Rancher peach sticks. Like if you remember what I'm talking about, Jolly Ranchers used to come like in a stick form. There used to be a peach Jolly Rancher, and that's what I was getting from the peach note in this. And then the tangerine, oh my god, the tangerine was very similar to tangerine and sugarcane, that note, but a little bit more sweet. And I think the peach was bringing the sweetness to the tangerine. So that's what I was getting like the first hour. Then the vanilla started coming through. So then I was getting like a creaminess. Then I left to go pick up my son. No, I didn't leave. Yes, I did. I left to go pick up my son. Came back, opened up my office, because at this point, my door's been shut for 45-ish minutes. And I went to open it. Bam! Nothing but peach blueberry freaking cobbler. I'm like, what? What? Peach blueberry no joke, I was getting blueberries on warm with this. The peach, I was getting blueberries, and it was really nice blueberries, like fresh blueberries. And then I was getting like a cobbler, like there was a bakery element coming out of this bar. And I didn't say anything. I was just like sitting there on my desk like, what the frick am I smelling? Like, this is not a bakery bar. This is not blueberries. And this is why I say Scentsy doesn't indulge all of the scent notes that they use. They only highlight the 3 that they think is going to sell well, okay? So either my nose is going rogue, or there is blueberries in here and they're just not telling us. So anyway, so I'm just sitting there, right? And I'm just doing my thing at this point, just loving what I'm smelling. And 2 people walked by at 2 separate times. First person walked in. I saw her walk by, and then I heard her click clack backwards, and then she peeked her head in. She's like, "Is this a cobbler? Are you warming a cobbler scent?" I'm like, "No, it's Peach Paradise." I said, "But thank you for saying that it's cobbler, because that's all I'm getting right now." She's like, "Yeah, it smells like a cobbler." And she goes, "Yeah, now that you said peach, I am getting like a peach." So before I said any notes, she was just getting cobbler. So then like 20 minutes later, somebody else from the library walks out of the library, and they have to walk past my office to get to the bathrooms. So click, clack, click, clack, backwards. "Is that blueberry?" I felt so validated when those 2 people said cobbler and then said blueberry. I said, okay, I'm not losing my shit. They're smelling what I'm smelling. And this was the best day at work, just smelling this. It lasted the entire time I was at work, which was 8 hours. It was so freaking strong. 8 out of 10 in my office. Now, mind you, my office is an 8x8 room, no windows. It's a virgin to space unless I'm warming something in there. So I think that kind of helped the strength and the buildup. So when I got home this week, I decided, okay, I'm going to warm it again. Maybe that was a fluke experience. So I did another cube in Caroline's room, my daughter, because her room holds scent extremely well, and lighter scents tend to boom in there. So same type of setup. She's got like an 8x10-ish room, 1 window, door. I mean, it holds space very well. And I think also her room we redid last year, so it's got all new like sheetrock and insulation and stuff like that. New window, new door, all the jazz, right? So I warmed it. I put it in she has the aerial warmer. So I put 1 cube in the aerial warmer, shut the door. I waited an hour, walked up there. Same thing as my office. Peach, tangerine, a little bit of the vanilla. I'm like, okay, all right. Close the door, go and do my thing for a couple more hours, go upstairs, bam, blueberries. Now, I didn't get much of a cobbler note in her room. I could pick up a little bit of bakery, but it wasn't as strong as it was in my office. But I definitely got the blueberry note still. So I am in love with this fragrance. And this fragrance surprised me, very similar to how Cranberry Spice surprised me. Because that one was just supposed to be a fruity spice bar, right? And I got bakery with that when it warmed. And I also got notes that were not mentioned in the scent description. I was picking up cranberry, which was in the scent description, but I was also getting apple, and I was getting plum, and I was getting all these bakery notes. Like Cranberry Spice was reminding me of Apple Crumble. So weird. This is doing the same thing. I think, if anything, if you're looking to try new scents that are not in the catalog, this would be my recommendation of the entire Easter collection. I think this is so nice for the spring into summer. I think results are going to vary with this one a little bit. I think it depends on your space. Now, I've only warmed it in small spaces. I still have quite a few left, so I might warm this like in my living room next and just see how that goes. But so far, that's the cat. So far, the first 2 warms of this have been pretty spot on to the same experience. So I will be clubbing the Peach Paradise. I can't order anymore because you can't buy it individually, but I definitely threw this in my club for safekeeping. And not going to club Lemon Heaven because I already have Lemon Coconut Chiffon, but I think it is a good lemon bakery for those that enjoyed that scent profile. Prickly Pear Flare is just not for me. The golden pineapple in here is just sour fermented fruit, and I can't do it. So that is my review on the Easter collection. Let me know in the comment section which one was your favorite out of that bunch if you've had a chance to warm all 3. Because I thought for sure that this scent profile would have been more up my alley. Because peach, we know peach with me. It either goes skunk piss or it goes really nice. So, but pleasantly surprised with how that one turned out. Okay, now the next collection that we are going to be talking about is the Garden Bundle from the Happiness Blooms collection, which is from the Epcot Flower Festival that they've done. We've been part of it for 4 years now. So what they've been doing lately is they return the previous year's scents and then they make 3 new ones. So I didn't buy the 3 that returned: the Garden Fresh Gardenia, the Glorious Grapefruit, or the Hibiscus Sunset. I didn't grab those because I didn't like them last year and I didn't care to revisit them. So I just got the 3 that were new. And that is Honeysuckle Dew, Hydrangea Bouquet, and Serene Succulent. Now, again, with same as the Easter collection, the variety that's in this is quite nice. I like that it's more floral based and has a greenery. Very similar to like the first set of bars that they had given us, because the first time that they did the Epcot Happiness Blooms, whatever, we had Mint Fields, Heirloom, Rose, and Soft Plumeria. So we had 2 florals and then a greenery. And then last year they gave us like a fruity, a citrus, and like a floral. Now we've got 2 florals and a green again. So I believe my cold sniffs was Honeysuckle Dew was my favorite on cold. Then the Hydrangea Bouquet, and then the Serene Succulent. I'll have to say that it changed up just a little bit on ranking. I still enjoyed all 3 bars, but performance-wise kind of changed a little bit of the ranking. So we'll go with the one I rated the 3rd. And it's only rated 3rd more for the strength, I guess, I want to say, versus the other 2 bars. So Hydrangea Bouquet This one is Hydrangea and Pink Freesia. So I love Pink Freesia, and Hydrangea is a scent note that Scentsy doesn't do, like, at all, if ever. And if they do, they probably just don't advertise it. So I was thoroughly excited to see this. Now, if you can see on like the clamshell here, I want to see. There's like a lime. That's either a lime or a lemon, okay? And then there's a berry in here. You see that right there? It looks like a raspberry to me, okay? So just keep that in mind, okay? I only did 1 cube in my office, okay? Because I'm like, all right, it's light. Because it smelled light on cold. So I'm like, all right, I got to do this in a small room. So I did it in my office. This strength, it didn't get higher than like a 5, 6. But it threw. It freaking threw. You could smell it all in my office, out into the corridor, down the corridor, or like taking the corner, going down that corridor, and even in the bathroom. Like, it freaking threw. So I had to look up hydrangea because I don't particularly have a lot of experience of smelling like fresh hydrangeas like in real life. Like, I've been around them before. So hydrangea in fragrance can go 2 ways. It can go sickly sweet, or it can go spicy. I got both aspects as this was warming, okay? And I know that Stacy from Stacy's Scent Sagas, she, I think, got the sickly sweet profile of hydrangea when she was warming it, because she said it was smelling like sweet tarts. Stacy, I also got that. And that's why I wanted to point out that raspberry on the cover, because I was getting sweet tarts, and it was more like someone crushed up sweet tarts and like blew the dust, almost like pixie stick dust too. It was very sickly sweet, but sickly sweet in a very pretty, elegant way. The floral note in here, it's not strong at all. If you're scared of florals, don't be scared by Hydrangea Bouquet. This is the type of sweet floral that if you want to try floral notes, this is the one to do to dip your toes in, because it's not powdery, it's not heavy, it's not headache inducing, it's not like mature floral, none of those. It is super pretty, sweet floral. Bars that came to mind were Blooming Marvelous. It does not perform like Blooming Marvelous. I want to point that out. This performs way better. But the essence of what Blooming Marvelous smells like on cold, those sweet floral notes, very, very similar. Also, Sparkling Magnolia. If you remember that bar from the Mother's Day collection, like, I don't know, when was it? 22? I think that's when that one came out. That, after it's cured a while, has a very sweet, pretty floral note. So that is very similar to this. Now, I want to say halfway through the workday, when I came back from lunch, I was getting like a dusty note. And I think that was the hydrangea starting to wear off the sickly sweet and move over to like that spicy hydrangea. So it was coming off like dusty. And I swear there might be some amber in the profile of this bar. Now the Pink Freesia is very, very strong. Like very strong. Like and dominant. Like you can pull that out of a scent profile. It's blended in here very nicely. So the hydrangea actually takes over the Pink Freesia. And it kind of just gives it like a layer of different florals. I really enjoyed this bar. Really enjoyed it. I like it because it's a lighter scent. It lingers. And I think it's company friendly. I think other florals would probably like kill people's nostrils and stuff like that. And, you know, this isn't the scent. You could put this and have company in over and they're not going to complain about it. Your house is just going to smell pretty. So, am I going to club it? I am clubbing it only because they don't do this profile often. And age is going to do this bar even more justice than what it is now. Sparkling Magnolia, I wrote that one off when it was a fresh pour because it was super light, couldn't really smell anything. And my mom has a few bars that have been sitting on her shelf for like 2+ years, and those are now performing like so much better, like double the strength that they had originally with the fresh pours. And it's such a pretty, more developed type of scent profile now. So I think that's gonna happen with Hydrangea Bouquet, and I think I'm gonna be sad if I don't have it later on. So I am gonna club it. One, because hydrangea is not a very well used oil with Scentsy. And two, this is for a day when I want floral, but I don't want heavy, punch you in the face, mature old lady like floral. So that is my review on Hydrangea Bouquet. Now, second, I put this second because the longevity sucked with this bar, but its strength was higher than Hydrangea Bouquet. So that's why these were ranked the way they were. So Serene Succulent, this one has succulent greens and bright bergamot. And when I sniffed this on cold, I was picking up apple too. So I ended up using 3 cubes, and I did this in my kitchen. I thought it would be a good spot for it. So I did it in the kitchen, and it was strong right out of the gate. Like an hour after putting this in the warmers, my whole kitchen smelled like this. It was bright, and you're getting that brightness from the bergamot. It was tangy, but not too citrus tangy. I got lots of the apple, and then lots of like desert succulent green. So it wasn't like a fresh flower stem, and it wasn't like green grass, and it wasn't like lush like tropical palms. It was kind of like a desert plant. Like it was smelling like a succulent, like exactly like that. It died off so quick, you guys. It only lasted 6 hours. I was so upset. Like, I loved it when I was like in the kitchen and I was cleaning, and I could smell the apple and the greenery and the bright bergamot. It was just lovely. It was lovely. And then it died. And I was like, what the hell? It died, and I was like, what the friggin' hell? So it's a beautiful scent. Gorgeous. Very different from a lot of the other scents. I want to say this is probably like a spring version of like Frosted Cedar, because Frosted Cedar does have apple in it, and it's got like the tree and like cedar, and this would be like the spring version of that. It's got the greenery, it has apple, but then it has bergamot to help brighten it up and make it more like spring-like. So yeah, that would be my comparison to it. But I just wish it would last longer. I mean, I'm gonna happily, warm what I have, but in comparison to like Isle of Clover, where that has apple, that has grass, and that has clover, that one checks all the boxes. It's strong, it lasts long, it's powerful, it smells divine. When compared to this, the Isle of Clover is club worthy. This is not club worthy, but it is repurchase worthy. And good thing is that this, it's club exclusive. So this collection, unfortunately, you have to buy the bundle in order to get the bar, unless you put it in club, and you can get them separately that way. So that's my review on Serene Succulent. Now, my favorite of the bunch, which was my favorite on cold, is the Honeysuckle Dew. I am a sucker for honeysuckle. I am. Usually, if it has it in the profile, I know I'm going to like it. This one has a lot going on in the profile. It has jasmine petals, it has honeysuckle blooms, it's got dewy greens, and it has lemon zest. So it's got like something from all of my top scent preferences. This is honeysuckle. It is honeysuckle. Oh my god, it's so freaking good. So I actually ended up doing 3 cubes at first in my living room. And then about 6 hours in, it was so lovely, I wanted more. So then I added another cube to this warmer bed down here. So I ended up having 4 going in my living room. This lasted a day and a half. I did get more than 24 hours with the Honeysuckle Dew, which was awesome. It wasn't as strong, and I don't mean like, back it up. The flower, like the powderiness of florals, it wasn't strong in this bar on warm, which usually honeysuckle is. But I liked that about this because it wasn't powdery. So I don't have to put it in the same category as Lush Gardenia or Rosewood Freesia or other powdery scents that I have, like Thunderstorm, that type of thing. This was so freaking lovely. I was getting everything. I was getting the jasmine. I was getting the honeysuckle. The dewy greens kind of just give it a layer. And then the lemon zest, I really wasn't picking up lemon zest. But, about 18-ish hours, I want to say it was almost time for the kids to go down. So maybe like 7, 8 o'clock. This started reading suntan lotion. I was still getting the honeysuckle, right? But there was like a creaminess coming through. And it was reading like body care, but it was reading like suntan lotion. It was so weird, but it was so lovely. And I'm like, oh, this is a bedroom bar. This is not a living room bar. This is a bedroom bar because of that underlying suntan body care note that came out after it had been sitting all day and warming. So that's what ended up staying in the living room like all night and then into that next morning. I love this thing so friggin' much. I'm clubbing it. If I could buy it individually, I would stock up so I could have some to warm this spring. But this is a good one. This is a good floral. If you like floral and you like body care floral, this is your bar. So like I said, with the garden bundle, they're all great bars. They all have a variety. They're all going to speak to somebody. The Hydrangea Bouquet, I am going to club just because of the uniqueness of it and how it's a sweet floral and that it's going to be good for company and it's going to be good for those days that I want floral but I don't want the headache punch you in the face floral. Serene Succulent, it is club worthy because of the scent profile, but I just wish the performance was there, and because the performance isn't there, I'm not going to be clubbing it and I'm not going to repurchase. If I saw it in clearance, I would pick some up that way, but Honeysuckle Dew, club worthy for sure. Love it. So that is my review on the garden bundle and the Easter collection. Let me know in the comment section how the bars worked for you. What was your favorite? What was not your favorite? How was your scent experience? What was yours similar to mine? We'll continue the conversation. As always, thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I love all of the support and anytime that you take the time to watch one of my videos. So until next time, guys, bye.